And we are back here on the first Monday of the season. And as we have done for the last couple of years, we say hello to Coach Brian Kelly down in Baton Rouge, one of the biggest games in recent time, about to head to Clemson. First of all, Coach, thank you for doing this again. We are really appreciative of the opportunity to get insight into you and your football program.
Well, just look, at the end of the day, this show, your show, just is the heartbeat of the SEC. And I'm not just pandering to you, but it's everybody that follows SEC football. So to be on this is to give you the insight in terms of what we're thinking about our football team. And we're pretty excited about our team.
Well, let's get right there because I don't think anybody watching or listening needs to know what's happening Saturday night. So just take us through the preparation and how you feel as you get ready to make that trip.
Well, I think you've heard this and many of your people that follow college football. The most important thing for us was to build a defense. We've done enough offense. We had a prolific offense in Jaden Daniels. We scored enough points last year. It was really about retooling our defense and giving Blake Baker the tools necessary for him to be the kind of coordinator that everybody wanted to have in their program. And so we had to continue to recruit, but more importantly, we had to go and look at some veteran players. And I want to underline, Paul, veteran players help you in road games like this. First-year guys that haven't experienced an environment like this, it takes them a while. But we've got a veteran group on defense that will be used to the kind of environment they're stepping into.
Which I realize you're now preparing for the game, but when you bring in a number of people and insert them into a system and a culture, what is that like to not only get them involved, but have success on a Saturday night like this one that we're about to watch?
Well, Paul, as you know, this started back after we beat Baylor in the bowl game. We needed to look at our roster in preparation for this opener. Like, what kind of team do you want to put on the field against a team that's won, 10 games or more for the last 13 years? This is a team that's in hunt every single year. So the first thing we're looking for is guys that would come into our program and fit into our culture, wanted to win a championship. If you just want to improve your draft stock, stay where you're at. If you want to come in and win a championship and bring that experience, then we're looking for you, and then immerse them in the standards that we have set here. Now you got a veteran team working together. They're not in their own cliques doing their own things. It meshes quite well, and now we can see our football team go play and get the goal that they want, and that was to win their opener. So it'll be exciting to watch them play.
Coach, everyone in college football talks about a trip to Tiger Stadium as maybe the most daunting or intimidating thing that a football program can do. But a lot of folks in Clemson actually think it's just the same where you'll be playing Saturday night. You're familiar, you understand. I'm not sure how much these things matter. We hear people talk about it, but how do you prepare a team that's played everywhere, by the way, now going into another place that may be as difficult as your own?
Playing the SEC, Paul. Go on the road in the SEC every week, and you get a taste of this, right? I mean, it doesn't matter where you go in the SEC. I mean, the fan bases are incredible. They're passionate. And here's the thing. They're with their team no matter what's going on. They're not leaving. They're part of it. So wherever you go in this league, you're going to get that. So you're prepared. If you played any games in the SEC, you're preparing yourself for this environment. And then, we've got a number of guys that have been around. Our starting center, Braylon Moore, opened up the season against Clemson last year. So there's a lot of guys that we added to the roster that have been in these kinds of games as well. And that's the best preparation because you're right. It'll be a great atmosphere at Clemson.
Coach, I know everyone in college football panicked for a moment a couple weeks ago when Garrett seemingly was hurt, and I know you addressed it and have continued to address it, but since he is at the epicenter of your program, what can you tell us about his health going into this game?
Oh, he's 100% healthy. And look, it's like anything else. You go through camp, you want to be careful with all of your players, not just your quarterback. And we've been in camp for 3 weeks, and so there's going to be some days that you take off, but he's 100%. He's in a great position. We just awarded him number 18, which is emblematic of a a guy that's about team, that's about leading, and we're so excited that he's the leader of our football team. But as you see there, with the Twitter post, not since Matt Mock, who really, this is where it began, 2003, him wearing it and taking the Tigers to a championship. Garrett really wanted this, and it was important to him. He wanted to bring it back to the quarterback position. So we're excited for him, and we're excited for our program.
Coach, just to get off the game for a second, and I've been meaning to ask you, but I haven't seen you since media days, and it just came out. But I go a lot of places, and people are talking about something that has nothing to do with this Saturday, but that's the Netflix special that starts with you, and there's so many lanes other than I really would like to borrow a nice bottle of wine for my next dinner party. But can you talk about the reaction that you've had and your family has had to getting a prism into your life and who you are?
Well, first, my dad, who was part of it, and he talked about Ole Miss. I told him he's not invited to any more games because he loves Lane Kiffin more than he loves me. Who could, right? But now he wants a stipend. He thinks he's a star. It's been fun. I mean, he said, we're just going to be who we are. And if people like us, that's fine. We really don't care about it. We're just going to open up our program. And, I thought it was the right thing to do and let them see that this is who we are on a day-to-day basis. So it was fun to do. It is one that you have to be all in on because they do such a great job. They want to be thorough. But again, I think most of the comments have been, well, I know Coach Kelly. That's what he's like.
And just an observation, I think that's what has made you who you are. You are authentic, and it starts from the beginning growing up. And did you ever, I mean, yeah, the cameras are there. You can't avoid them. But did you ever alter one single thing because you were being filmed?
Didn't appear that way.
I was sure.
Look, I can't think in those terms, Paul. Like, I can't think like with the cameras on me, let me come up with something witty. I have a hard time pronouncing anyways. First time I got out in front of the team, it sounded like I had a Southern accent. So when you're a Boston guy who's been in the Midwest and you come down to the South, to me, the one thing that's great about being in the South, people are authentic. They are who they are. And I think that's who I am. That's my background. And I'm not liked by a lot of people because of that. But at least at the end of the day, I can walk away and know who I am. And there's no anything else but that's who he is. And you can like him, you can hate him, whatever. I think that's what this series is about.
We appreciate it, and we wish you all the best, and can't wait to talk to you next week in the aftermath of the visit to Clemson. Good luck, Coach.
Thanks, Paul. Appreciate you.
You bet. Ryan Kelly joining us for his first visit of the season as the Tigers get ready to make the trip to Clemson.